Hello, Luke Malevich here, ChicagoJazzTrombone.com, and welcome to Trombone Basics. In this video, I will demonstrate the proper way to hold your instrument, correct posture, as well as some common bad habits that can easily develop if we're not careful. Before we continue, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so that you'll be notified as soon as I post a new video. Also, don't forget to check out the first video in the series about properly putting your instrument together. It's important to develop good habits from the very beginning. Sometimes it isn't easy to realize if you're getting into bad habits, and I hope that this video helps not only beginning students, but even high school trombonists fix any potentially harmful habits. In order to check your own posture, I would encourage you to either take a video of yourself with your instrument or have an adult help you, and then go back and compare to what you're about to see in this video. You might be surprised with what you find out when you go back and watch yourself with your instrument. In order to give you the best understanding, I'll be showing you how to properly hold your instrument, as well as correct posture from several different angles, and I will also talk about some common issues that I've noticed in students over the years. Here we go, let's have some fun. Here we are, we've already put our instrument together. As you can see, there's a nice little V shape here, and we're ready to go. Before we talk about bringing it up to the correct playing position, let's talk about how to hold it. With our left hand, 3 fingers are going to go inside here. Our thumb is going to go around the brace here, just like that. And our pointer finger is going to go up here where the mouthpiece receiver is. One more time, 3 fingers in, thumb around the brace, and then a pointer finger around the receiver. And that is the correct way to position our left hand. Now our right hand, really quickly, as I release the lock here. The most common mistake that I see players making is grabbing the slide with your fist, creating a really tense hold, which you don't want to do. You want to always be as relaxed as possible. And I understand that sometimes, especially when you're beginning, you're trying to put the weight of the instrument on both hands to make it a little bit easier to hold, but this is a habit that can become very difficult to break. And it can make playing a bit more difficult as well. The correct way to hold the slide is with 2 fingers on the bottom slide tube, 2 underneath, and then the thumb. You'll see different players do different things, but this is probably one of the most common starting positions. You want to make sure that our middle finger is in contact with the bottom slide tube. Thumb here, and the 2 fingers underneath. The more you do this, you're going to get used to it, and you're not really going to worry about dropping your slide. You can see how relaxed my hand is when I do this. Let's let the slide back up. Now the second common thing that I see players doing when they pick up the instrument, you can see that the mouthpiece isn't really centered, it's off to the left just a little bit. A lot of times I'll see players tilt their head to the left and then bring the horn up to the face. That can be very uncomfortable, and you might not notice that you're doing it. You always want to make sure that your head is straight. It's very easy to move my wrist to adjust where the mouthpiece is going to go. So I bring it here and it's still off to the side. All I'm going to do is just move my wrist just like that to bring the mouthpiece in the center. It's going to be centered with my lips, and all I have to do is just bring it up to my embouchure. I'm going to show you one more time. I'm going to grab the instrument, I'm going to bring it up. I'm just going to move my wrist to adjust the mouthpiece to the center. Gotta make sure I'm not bringing my head to the left or right, and I'm only moving my wrist to put the mouthpiece in a central playing position. I'm gonna unlock the slide, and you can see how I'm moving it with my right arm. It's very relaxed, 2 fingers on top, 2 on bottom, and a thumb. There you go. And now from the front, you can see my shoulders are nice and level, nice and flat, and I'm going to keep them there when I bring the trombone up to playing position. Now as I slowly bring the horn up, everything is level. Take a look at my elbows. They're not tucked in, and they're also not up too high. They're just in a nice comfortable position. I'm going to bring the trombone back down again. Now as I bring it up this time, I'm going to leave the mouthpiece off to the side just a little bit, and notice what happens. I have to move my whole head to the mouthpiece. Instead of doing that, what you want to do is adjust your wrist so that the mouthpiece is back in a central position, and then you can bring it up to your embouchure. It's very easy to adjust the placement of the mouthpiece by simply moving your wrist. And I'm going to bring the horn back down. And up one more time. Again, notice my shoulders and my head, everything remains nice and straight, nice and level. And then back down again. Now from the right side, as you can see, I'm sitting up straight. I'm not leaning back in the chair. I want to make sure that my back is not in contact with the back of the chair. I sit up nice and straight. As I bring up the horn, you're going to notice that I'm not moving anything other than my arms to bring the instrument to my embouchure. I'll show you one more time. My shoulders are nice and flat. My head is still as I bring up the instrument. And back down. Now what I notice some players doing is they'll bring up the instrument just enough and then move their head forward, which creates a lot of tension in the back of the neck. You want to bring your neck back and then the instrument to you. One more time. Head is straight, shoulders are flat, the instrument comes up to playing position. And back down. Another bad habit that I notice players doing is lifting up their head, which again creates a lot of pressure and tension in the back. You want to keep your head nice and level, looking straight ahead, and always bring the instrument to you, without any other adjustments. And back down again. And now from the left, as I bring up the instrument, notice again my shoulders are nice and flat, my head is still. Now this time as I bring up the horn, notice what happens to my shoulder. I'm going to use it to lift the instrument to playing position, which can create a lot of tension. What you want to do instead is lift from the elbow, just like that, and keeps your shoulder nice and flat. Then bring the instrument down and up one more time. Notice again, I'm using my elbow to bring the instrument up to playing position. Back down and up one last time. Just like that. Everything's nice and relaxed and comfortable. And back down. Hope this has been helpful, and thank you so much for watching.